Do we have everything?
Yep. So this is it. We're going.
I guess we are.
Yeah, we get a receipt, please. All right, thanks.
WBLI Patchogue. WBAB Babylon.
It's the 9 to 5 no repeat workday at Long Island's WBAB.
Long Island Expressway, Highway 495, 100 miles of road. The vein that connects Manhattan in the west to Montauk in the east. This is the backbone of the island that ties together hundreds of towns. Wyandanch, Syosset, Hauppauge, Patchogue, Wantagh, Ronkonkoma, Quogue, Amagansett. Being from Long Island, I have visited these towns and said those names my whole life. Never once have I taken a moment to wonder what they mean. To me, Syosset was a place to go to the movies. Hauppauge meant Motor Vehicles Bureau, and Patchogue was where my first girlfriend was from. Montauk? Everyone here knows Montauk. It's where the lighthouse is at the end of the island. For me, these were just words, names of places. Growing up, I was taught that these names came from Native American language, but I never thought about it. What does that mean, Native American? To me, Native Americans were Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull, Geronimo, faded pictures in the history books of social studies class. But Native Americans in Long Island? Where? This isn't Montana or Wyoming, a reservation out west. This is Long Island, the epitome of suburbia, a world of malls, shopping centers, and discount stores. Never once while going to school or playing ball in the street did I hang out with a Native American. Nevertheless, been to any reservation. With Ofer behind the camera, we set out on this journey, hoping to find answers to questions that as Long Islanders have troubled us for some time. Where are they? What happened to all of them? Who are they?
Shinnecock is an Algonquian word which means the level land, the people who live on the level land, this area between the Shinnecock Hills and the village of Southampton. This is where the glacier that came down 10,000 years ago, the Wisconsin Glacier, it's where it ended, right here. As the glacier receded, it dropped the soil and so forth, which was scraped off from the top of Connecticut and southern New England, here. The first evidence we have of the Shinnecock ancestors goes back to soon after the glacier left, when this became habitable for human beings. And the peoples that lived here then were essentially hunters and gatherers. They lived in small bands, probably no more than 50 or 60 people in each group. Really, they were extended families. We have reference to the Shinnecock going back to the early Dutch settlers, long before the English came here. But in 1640, this was the frontier. This was the West. This was what scholars today call the middle ground, where there was an area where both whites and Native Americans met on equal terms. It wasn't until the whites began to actually expand and tell the Shinnecock that, well, this is our land, you can't plant here, that some tensions emerged. There was a series of negotiations. We know that a great deal of rum was consumed, and the man who ordered the rum was reimbursed for it. It's all a part of the record. The whites were unabashed about the use of alcohol in this situation. You have to understand that the territory that you're talking about here that was relevant to the Shinnecock and Montaukett and Korchog included southern New England. So there was a battle, not more than maybe, 80 miles as a crow flies, at Mystic, Connecticut, which massacred 300, 400, 500 Pequot Indians. Obviously, the Shinnecock, Montaukett, after seeing this and seeing the devastating effect of the firepower that the English had, it's going to impact their relationships. They didn't have to be slaughtered themselves, but their neighbors were slaughtered. You only had to destroy a significant segment to make your military impact, your conquest. One of the problems that people face who are suddenly overwhelmed by an alien or outside culture is maintaining their own culture, maintaining their sense of identity and their roots. And in some cases, the whites are opposed to any expression of your own native culture. For example, the powwow, which is actually it's an Algonquian word. It comes from the word powwa, P-O-W-W-A, which means priest, or in the modern term, shaman. And the powwow is the ceremony that was supervised by the powwow. The powwow for the native peoples was a major yearly celebration. Groups would come from all over Long Island, really probably from the time of the American Revolution. The powwow was a family get-together done more quietly, and it doesn't emerge as a overt expression really until the ceremonial chief Thunderbird begins to develop this into a larger celebration. It was Chief Thunderbird that encouraged the larger participation of outside groups and really began to take the leadership role in getting it organized and so forth. Thunderbird certainly is to be credited with reintroducing and helping and encouraging this coming forth of traditional culture.
Powwow for me is the coming together of my relatives and friends, of Native people, of sharing a culture. The children learn to dance from one another and watching the elders. And so it is keeping the traditions alive. I've been coming here 20 years, and I have participated as a trader and as a dancer. I bring my tradition to other people, and I can share that tradition. You put up the stand. Different traders have different trade items. Some is bone work, some is silver work, pottery. Getting the stand ready to make it look nice for the public. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. We'll get the stand up, and it becomes a family and a friendship that maybe you only see a certain person once a year, and you're excited about seeing that family. Maybe they live at a very far distance, but it certainly becomes part of your family or my family after 20 years. The relationships are very strong.
Many of you have come from faraway places. Visit with us here at Shinnecock and to be our guest. just heard words spoken. Many of you have been here before. To some of you, this is probably your first visit. And you have been welcomed, but I welcome you again.
Welcome everyone. I was just asked to say a couple of words. It is indeed an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be standing up in front of you here on the 50th anniversary of our Shinnecock Indian Powwow as one of 3 trustees, along with Pete Smith and Kevin Eliza. I turned 40 last year, and sometimes it doesn't seem like it was that long ago when I was this guy's age. This is my son Shane. And I was happy, just as he is, looking forward to going to the powwows as a little boy. Looking forward to going down and buying the knives and the bows and arrows and having a good time. And now we're here at our 50th. And I just want to welcome all the people of Shinnecock, all the friends of Shinnecock, here to our powwow. It's a beautiful powwow, one of the best I know of. Thank you very much, and have a happy powwow.
Great Spirit, we thank you for this day and all the blessings that it holds. We ask that you would come into this circle and bless these doings. We are thankful that you have brought safely our friends who honor us when they visit us in our beautiful homeland, which is our gift from you. Bless this food. Bless the hands that have prepared it. Nourish us and lead us in the way that we should go, in the good red road of life. In the name of your Son, and in thanksgiving for Mother Earth, Father Sky, and all of your creations, we pray thanks. Amen.
It's 2 a.m. The welcoming dinner ended only a few hours ago, and the dawn of a new day is just a few hours ahead. It's been a long and exhausting day, yet we are still not able to let go of the rare moment during the sacred pipe smoking ceremony at the end of the evening that we were asked not to film. Shinnecocks and tribal leaders from the different visiting tribes gathered in the center of the community hall, forming a circle. A Shinnecock pipekeeper performed a sacred ritual consisting of the blessing and lighting of tobacco grown for this purpose. Then, in a gesture of giving thanks to the Creator and Mother Earth, shared the pipe with the tribal leaders in the circle, for which each one, with their turn, gave thanks. We felt honored and grateful as outsiders for being welcomed as observers for this ancient ritual. This night has a presence all of its own. The mist in the air, the cricket's song, the full moon. As our anticipation for the starting of the powwow overcomes our tiredness and makes us more aware of where we are. At these moments, on this ground, the spirits of the ancestors and times gone by come alive. It's 3:30 in the morning. I don't think we'll be getting any sleep tonight.
I enjoy the powwow. I have been at this powwow since its very beginning. My mother inspired, I think, the Chief Thunderbird to go to the ladies of the church and ask whether or not this continuation of our Shinnecock culture could turn into an affair like this powwow.
Well, 1963 was my first time coming out here. And if I recall, I was about 11 or 12 years old. And out of the 33 years that I've been present, I've had the opportunity of meeting almost everybody on this reservation, as far as the elders to the contemporary age groups of myself, and then 2 generations past below me. So it's for me, this is like coming home.
See, most powwows today in the United States are intertribal. And it's the coming together of all tribes for the same purpose, to be together, to share.
I remember many of the old timers that came from Connecticut and Massachusetts and Rhode Island and to get to a powwow and hope that they had gas to get here and made enough to get gas to go back.
When I dance, it is very special for me to put on my regalia. A good feeling. I am a traditional dancer. I may bring part of the past forward into today. I bring my tradition to other people, and I can share that tradition. Going into the circle, a lot of dances are prayers or have very special meanings, and I feel good at participating to be able to share that.
The songs that you sing and the songs that we sing at these powwows, they all have a different purpose. And songs that are most significant are your healing songs and your ceremonial songs. And some of them songs you guys will never have the opportunity to tape or record, but they're the songs that carry great significance. Your contemporary powwow songs, again, it unifies people. That one beat, the whole purpose of dancing is be able to start with the drum and stop with the drum.
The drum is the heartbeat, and the drum is the earth, and I can feel the drum in my heart, and it sings the song of the universe, of peace for the universe. And when the drum starts, it is the coming together of all of us as one body. And it's a good feeling to share.
Singers, drum groups, drum roll call will be in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. All dancers, you have 1/2 hour until grand entry, 12 p.m. Thank you. So get ready. 12 o'clock, grand entry.
They come from the direction of the 4 winds, the same as they have for generations, all following the beat of a different drummer. The medicine man, the teacher, the hunter, the trader, the physician, the warrior, man, woman, and child. The powwow is calling and they must come. What is this force that pulls them all together? It is bigger than the individual. It is the collective thoughts of the past, the present, and the future. It is the hopes, dreams, and anticipations. Though maintaining their own individuality, it is here where all becomes one. One drum, one beat. The grand entry is the summation of all this, the gathering of the people.
But
all dancers kindly assemble to the rear of the drum over by the Shinnecock Indian Outpost. We're running a bit late, but we're going to be on Indian time today.
My name is Lance Gums. My native name is Fierce Eyes, and I'm a member of the Shinnecock Nation here where we are sponsoring the 50th annual Labor Day weekend powwow.
Young blood singers, take it away.
Kawunkamish is a Algonquin word meaning greetings or welcome friends. I am called Kinuk Musitash. I am Melvin Coombs. I am Mashpee, which is a tribe of the Wampanoag Nation in Massachusetts.
I am known as Hiawatha Brown. I'm a member of the tribal council. My tribe is the Narragansett tribe.
My name is Dr. Dale Brooks. I'm from the Seneca tribe. The nation's the Iroquois.
Calvin Burns. I'm also known as Wali, which it means in Cherokee wild eagle. And I'm Shinnecock and Cherokee, and I belong to the Northeastern Band of Cherokee Indians, and I'm part of the Agonigalahi clan, which means long hair. And that's me. That's who I am.
My name is Joe Deere. My Mohawk name, I'm Mohawk from Canada, South Shore of Montreal. And my Mohawk name is Awanratun, means hurdle jumper in my language.
I'm called T-Bear, that's my tribal name. My last name is Wood. I'm Chickahominy Nation in Charles City, Virginia.
One of the oldest forms of dancing is our traditional style dancing. For instance, a dancer could image the wind or the weather or animals or a number of things that people depict in their own style of dancing.
And what you're doing is interpreting a hunt, interpreting how you got that particular fish or how you got that particular deer, and like you tell it with dance instead of verbally.
A fancy dance is a contemporary dance. It basically is a dance for showmanship, and it's very fancy in its style. And the more colorful regalia you have on, as well as a different style of footwork, it's pretty much going to put you on the top.
Back in 1988, my father had passed away, and for a short time I stopped dancing. I lost interest. I lost my heart, because I used to dance on stage with my father, and it was at those moments I really felt that my father was really proud of me, winning competitions, coming in first place, coming home with trophies, big glow on my face to see a glow on his face. And when he died, my best friend died, So I lost interest, you know. And recently, about, say, the past 5 years, I just started back dancing. And reason why is because I can't let, my father wouldn't want me to do that, you know, and it's true, you know, this is me, this is who I am, this is who I've been since I was 2 years old, a dancer, a fancy dancer at that, and this is where I felt my father was most proud of me. And even now, I still feel that he's the most proud of me. Right now, he's with me when I dance. And I dance for my father. I dance for him, for my pop, Gray Fox.
My honor and pleasure that we present to you Princess Chi-Chi Haley, Shinnecock, do her interpretation of the Lord's Prayer.
And Joe Deere, his opening prayer in the language of the Mohawk Cognawaga.
We give gratitude to our Maker that what He has created for us. The first thing after giving gratitude to our Maker is our Mother Nature. Mother Nature, the earth, where we dwell and get our substance every day. Grass, medicine, roots, of all kinds. There was nothing created that wasn't useful. We give thanks to the sun, our big brother, the warrior. And even so, sometimes in the harsh winter, we don't see him for a couple of days. But he's still pushing his strength to see what you're doing. Now, I'll go into 4 winds. The north, south, east, and west. All these 4 winds are always working also to create fresh air so we can breathe fresh all the time. So now we give gratitude to the moon because she's the one that's supplying the new faces. It depends on what month that she will be born or what month he will be born. Female and a male. And that's how they develop their minds and spirit. I thank him again for being able to put the message across, my Creator, and for all my people. All the people, not just the red man, for all the people. Thank you.
Good afternoon to our friends, to our brother tribes who have come from near and afar to be with us, and to all you beautiful people who have traveled here to be our guests. Again, I say welcome to you on behalf of my Shinnecock people. Have a pleasant day, and thank you.
A culture, you see, for the scholars, is pretty clearly defined. A culture is a pattern, a series of patterns of behavior. It's internal relationships in a group, and it's a common heritage. It doesn't have to be a language. Language is often a part of that, but it also is a way of relating, for example, to the land, a way of relating to the family. The powwow, for example, is an expression of culture in this sense. The kinship groups, they're an expression of culture. You ask any person on Shinnecock about their family, and you're likely going to get a 5 or 10 minute description of uncles, aunts, nephews, grandparents, and so forth. They're all very much aware of this, and this is not something you find in outside society so much.
The only thing that separates an Indian tribe from any other ethnic group is your tradition and culture and your history. Once you compromise them, or once you allow them type of histories and cultures to become acculturated, then you're an American. See, we have the benefit of holding a dual citizenship. We're citizens of the United States as well as citizens of our nations. So it's a unique status. However, it's a very complex status, mainly because you must be able to walk down a path with a foot in two canoes. You got to be able to deal with the 20th century values, yet still keep on your culture and traditional values. And for older people, that's a balance, and we've been able to maintain that. But for some of our younger people, it's extremely hard for them to maintain that balance.
I'm proud of my culture. I try to do things positive, try to live my life right. I give respect to Mother Earth, my sister, the sun, my brother, the moon, and the Great Spirit every day. Every time I wake up, I give them the respect. I eat, sleep, and breathe my culture. I'm not just an Indian during powwow season. I'm an Indian 365 days of the year.
There's been tremendous pressures put upon our people from the outside forces. And the forces that we're working against right now is mainly the federal government. You know, they have a tendency of classifying people, and when you become classified, then they can determine how they want to deal with you. And certainly that has had a negative change on our people. The other pressures that we're facing is the peer pressures that our children are facing in the school systems. You know, there's a certain interpretation of histories, and what the school systems teach our children has never been the truth. And we teach our children just the opposite as far as the real truths of our traditions within our areas, and it seems to create a lot of barriers within the school systems, a lot of problems.
The drum is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And we believe that once a drum breaks or a drum is disrupted, right, there's trouble. Something's wrong, something's not right. You could pretty much judge the day by how the drum sounds. Drum is off beat, something's wrong. So they try to heat it up with the sun, they try to heat it up with fire, and try to get the beat right. hear how a drum beats, it's boom, 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 right? Just like your heart beating. You know, white man goes, bum, bum, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. If you hear somebody's heart beating like that, take them to the hospital because they're about to die.
The more that the public and people are made aware of Native Americans in this country, and the more they, I guess, try to understand us, maybe the better off we will be. Maybe if we can get them to understand our culture and our way of life, they won't keep coming in trying to get us to assimilate into their society. Maybe we can get them to understand that what we have here, we have no intention of losing. So maybe, you know, we can move them in a direction of understanding.
It's the ignorance. It's the ignorance of the people, and some people are open-minded and some aren't. You know, some people still ask me if I still live in a teepee. You know, and I look at them, I'm like, I don't live in a teepee for one. I lived in a wickiup and a longhouse 4 fathers ago. You know, not no more. Now my house is made out of bricks.
I hear a lot of people say costume. Well, you know, I go, ooh, you know. I say, no, costume is something that you wear on Halloween or New Year's or something like that, you know. This is our traditional dress. This is our regalia.
There's a lot of celebrations, you know, the Independence Day celebration, you know, the Thanksgiving Day celebration, all of these celebrations, but, you know, at this point in time, there is not even a recognized Native American holiday, you know, so when you look at these things and you put them in perspective, you have to just shake your head and you say to yourself, somewhere along the line, something went wrong, you know. We have Jewish holidays, we have, you know, Martin Luther King Day. Well, what about a Sitting Bull Day or a Crazy Horse Day or a Wine Dance Day or some of the sachems from Long Island? What about a day to recognize the native people of this land, the indigenous people of this land?
Most importantly, to keep this tradition strong, we must practice what our forefathers did. And there's very little change and there's very little variance that we have to be able to carry on these delicate values. And as an individual, you only can do so much. What makes it strong is when you can muster up a number of people and carry them same words, them same messages forward. That's what's going to keep our tribe strong, and that's what's going to keep us alive for more time to come.
Charles K. Smith was a trustee here at the Shinnecock Indian Reservation for over 35 consecutive years. This was his home. This was his life. This was what he was about, the Shinnecock Indian Reservation. I would like to introduce to you at this time my mother, the wife of Charles Smith, his children and his grandchildren. He served his people well for 35 years. He was a man of the earth. He was a traditional man. That's why we ask the traditional dancers to dance in honor of his name.
What are you going to teach your son?
Indian way of life. And basically, respect. Respect everything around you, down to a fly, an ant. Respect that ant for what he does because he's trying to feed his people. Respect the grass that grows because that's the grass that feeds you. Respect the leaves that give you the shade. Respect his elders. Respect his brothers, his sisters. Most of all, respect our Creator and respect who we are. And that's what I'm going to teach him, to be proud of who he is. Don't let anybody ridicule him. He's going to have the long hair going through school. They're going to call him girl. I know they are, right? Because I've been called girl. They're going to tease him. And they're going to one little, two little, three little Indian thing. But I'm telling him, don't worry about it. Don't cry. Don't cry. They don't know any better, right? He's got to respect that. He has to go through that part of his life as I went through it.
In the last days, we have spent endless hours in the dance arena, being so intimately close to the ceremonies and dancers. We can still feel the drum echoing in our bodies. The drum, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. We were given the opportunity to have a rare glimpse at a culture so rich with life and tradition in an event that represents thousands of years of history. The powwow, the gathering of the people. Lance Gums, Shinnecock.
These functions that we're at today, these festivals that we have, these powwows, these social gatherings, these gatherings, like we call them, the gatherings of the people, are what is going to keep us alive, strong, and vibrant in this country. I'm thrilled that so many people came in to join us, and I'm just extremely happy now. My heart has been restarted again. It's pumped up. I'm ready to go another 50 years.
Calvin Burns, Cherokee.
I'm proud. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud giving this interview, you know, and letting other people know what are we about. I'm proud to be here with my family, my son, especially my son, and to pay tribute to my Creator and to allow me to dance here at this powwow. I'm honored to be here.
Melvin Coombs, Mashpee.
I hope to, through my dancing, to encourage a lot of the younger people to come out there too and want to get their regalia or their traditional dress, you know, together.
Dr. Dale Brooks, Seneca.
Show us as we really are. Like everyone else, we're human beings, doing our best. We like our culture. We're willing to share our culture. We do not need to take on someone else's culture.
T. Bear Wood, Chickahominy.
I love dancing. I love the drum. So I follow the drum. Wherever the drum is, that's where you'll find me. I'm here now, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I love it, okay? Just that simple.
Harriet Crippen Gums, Shinnecock.
It was very, very inspiring 50 years ago to be at a powwow. Today you may see thousands and thousands of people come to this powwow. But I remember when there maybe was just a few hundred came to the Shinnecock powwow.
Hiawatha Brown, Narragansett.
I'm one of the fortunate ones of my generation, and there's only a few of us. You know, right now, of the 40 to 50-year-old generation, you know, we're the people that's going to carry the message any way you look at it for the next 30 or 40 years. So it's really important for us to take an interest in participate in these type of events.
We realize that in the faces of our hosts are the bloodlines of every ethnic group that either fought, built, or suffered to tame this land, and each is proud to call themselves Native American. People that we did not know have invited us in, opened their hearts, and shared their thoughts. Some of the deepest moments that will stay with us long after this power is over are moments when the camera was beside us and the microphone was off. The midnight lessons in beadwork and endless cups of coffee offered to us by Dale and her family. The hospitality and abundance of food given to us by Phil Brown, knowing we were on a tight budget. That instant on the dance arena in which a dancer handed us a necklace, a piece of his regalia, nodding his head in what felt to be a gesture of acceptance. The powwow is coming to an end. A circle has been closed. I feel I can speak for Ofer and myself and say that this experience was truly overwhelming. Experience, by definition, is a thought, an emotion, or the accumulation of knowledge by active participation or observation of an event. Our experience started with a thought. What started out as a journey on the Long Island Expressway was only the walk to the starting line. By physically staying in the same place with members of different tribes, we have traveled a much greater distance. So many tribes, so many people, all walking separate roads, yet united on a greater spiritual journey, sharing a common experience of struggle and joy, following in their ancestral paths. We are all traveling the distance.